Right now, let's join the team and find out how the rest of the country is enjoying their Bank Holiday Monday in Good Morning Britain.
Good morning, Britain. The most disruptive strike in NHS history. Health leaders warn this week's industrial action by junior doctors, which starts tomorrow, will threaten lives. Patients are being urged to continue using 999 and going to A&E, but only if the condition is life-threatening. Around 250,000 appointments and operations are expected to be postponed.
He regrets nothing. Labour leader Keir Starmer says he makes absolutely zero apologies for the controversial online ads, which personally attack Rishi Sunak.
Yeah, far from being sorry, Sir Keir says he stands by that ad, even if it makes people squeamish, and is reportedly planning more hostile attacks, even though those within his own party say it's gutter politics.
By royal appointment, an emoji fit for a coronation, as it's revealed the procession route for King Charles will be far shorter than his mother's was in 1953, and it will involve 2 royal carriages.
Yes, the King's procession from here at Buckingham Palace to Westminster Abbey, really just around a quarter of the length of the Queen's, the late Queen's, back in 1953, so there's every chance that well-wishers will have to queue for days to get a good vantage point.
And the burning question of the week: should rowdy theatregoers be banned for life if they start singing along with the stars on stage? Police were called and those offenders were escorted out. But let us know what you think. Is audience participation just a bit of innocent fun, or is silence golden?
And what a difference a week makes. The second half of the school holidays are looking somewhat unsettled. All that and more coming up on Good Morning Britain.
Monday, 10th of April, 2023. Live from Television Centre in London. This is Good Morning Britain with Ranvir Singh and Richard Madley.
Hello there, good morning. It's
Stop
just
talking, because we're talking.
6. It's just got
Stop
6.
singing. Stop it. No, I'm sorry. Call me an old fuddy-duddy.
Yes.
Go
No,
on,
I
call me an
won't,
old
no, I
fuddy-duddy.
won't call you an old fuddy-duddy.
But I'm sorry, silence is golden. If you go, I think the only noise you make in the theatre is at the end when you clap or cheer. You don't join in.
That, I mean, can we just re-listen to that? This has been the sort of story of the weekend, hasn't it?
Yeah.
To me, it's, at first look, it felt quite extreme to have the police called in, right? But let's just say this was in Manchester at the Bodyguard. Lovely performer.
This is the big moment.
This is the main actress. In the last 10 minutes of the show.
I love you. I love you. Listen to her.
Listen. No, hang on. There. Up in the gods.
Well, in the end, they had to stop the performance, didn't they?
They did, and the actors were mortified.
Is that I paid £100 a ticket?
Well, that's the issue.
Excuse me, I didn't pay it to hear some drunk in the back.
Oh, my God, look at it. I've not seen this bit of footage. It gets really rowdy.
Yeah, it got heavy. It got heavy.
Oh, my Lord.
Yeah.
Actually, I've only seen the one from a distance where you couldn't see this angle. Oh, my... I shouldn't laugh. It is really
funny,
bizarre, isn't it? I don't think I've never sat in a theatre. Obviously, you get annoyed at the theatre, you know, when people are drinking drinks or when their phone goes off. You always...
Oh, the phone.
But then people feel awful when that happens and they rustle around and they feel terrible themselves. And we want to know what your worst experience is in the theatre. Probably nothing as close as that. I can't imagine the police has ever been called where you've been at the theatre. But singing. Now, I went to see Tina Turner the musical, which, by the way, is absolutely blooming fantastic, right?
Blooming fantastic?
It is. It is unbelievable.
Not just fantastic,
unbelievably good, right?
OK.
And at the beginning, I hadn't been to see a musical in years. I haven't been to see one for ages. And at the beginning, they said, please don't sing. And I thought, oh, that's miserable. I love Tina, but in Nutbush City limits, you know. But once you're in it, the exquisite sound of those professionally trained singers is what you've paid for. It is so beautiful. You don't want... It's like you could hear a pin drop in the theatre and that's what you want.
You wouldn't sing it... Look, if you were watching it on the telly at home, you wouldn't sing... I mean, if I was watching a musical with Judy at home and in a key song, she started singing at the top of her... I'd say, shut up!
No, not at home.
Yes, at home.
Now you're being boring and that's unfair.
Yeah.
You're being funny.
Right.
In the theatre. Right, tell us what your worst experiences are in the theatre. What your... Look, they did hold these signs up saying, please refrain from singing along. Also, by the way, just for my own personal benefit, I'd like to know why you're up. Why are you up? It's Bank Holiday Monday. It's 6:05. I'm paid to be here. I'm assuming you're not here out of the goodness of your heart.
I do it for free.
Alex, paid to be here.
Love it so much.
You love the weather. Marvarine's here. Our camera crew here. They look miserable, but we're here. It's a Bank Holiday Monday.
Well, happy Easter.
Why are you up? Happy Bank Holiday. We're a very happy family here.
Very quickly.
Tell us why you're up.
Before we get on to the top story,
Yes.
the doctor strike tomorrow, you were the political correspondent on this show for what,
Editor.
5 years?
No.
OK,
Just a word.
Standing out there with the umbrella in the rain.
Absolutely.
If you were outside Sir Keir Starmer's house this morning reporting on the fact that he's doubling down on these extremely personal attacks on the Prime Minister.
As they're being
he says
called.
he doesn't regret anything, and actually it's going to carry on. There are going to be more personal attacks. What would you be saying? What's your political take on it?
It all stems back to, I think, that the fire in the belly got really lit up for the strategists